What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today the official 23-man roster for opening night and the start of the season here for the Flyers has been officially announced. And again, kind of just to start off here, you have a pretty good mix of forwards, defense. Obviously, the goaltender is pretty obvious there was Carter Hart and Elliott. But honestly, for the most part, it looks like a really good roster for the first 23 guys. We have seen some line combinations as well, and also there was a little mix-up here on the Flyers leadership group also, which I will get into in a minute. So kind of just to start off, the club's opening night roster consists of the following 23 players. So for the forwards, you have number 11, Travis Konechny, number 12, Michael Raffl, number 13, Kevin Hayes, number 14, Sean Couturier, number 19, Nolan Patrick, number 21, Scott Lawton, number 23, Oscar Lindblom, number 25, James Van Riemsdyk, number 28, Claude Giroux, number 48, Morgan Frost, number 62, Nicholas Aube-Kubel, number 86, the new 86, Joel Farabee, and then number 93, Jake Voracek. As for your defensemen, there's 8 defensemen. Number 5, Phil Myers, number 6, Travis Sanheim, number 8, Robert Hagg, number 9, Ivan Provorov, 53, Shane Gostisbehere, number 56, Eric Gustafsson, number 59, Mark Friedman, and number 61, Justin Braun. And then your two goaltenders is number 37, Brian Elliott, and number 79, Carter Hart. And then the following 6 players have been assigned to the taxi squad. You have number 34, goaltender Alex Lyon, number 10, center left wing Andy Andrioff, number 55, left wing Sam Warren, number 81, left wing Carson Torensky, number 82, center Connor Bunneman, and number 39, defenseman Nate Prosser. And the following 14 players have been assigned to the Flyers American Hockey League affiliate, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms: Chris Bigra, Pascal LeBurge, Mason Millman, Roddy Ross, Felix Sandstrom, Zayd Wisdom, Linus Sandin, Tyson Forrester, Derek Poyat, Igor Zamola, Wyatt Wiley, Matthew Strome, Tyler Witherspoon, and Max Willman. And then the following 4 players are on our injured or non-roster, which is Wade Allison, number 57, right winger, number 58, left winger Tanner Lagzinski, goaltender number 67 Kirill Domenko, and left winger number 76 Isaac Ratcliffe. So a couple guys there from the Phantoms that are injured, and some stuff. So overall, pretty solid roster. It's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. If you kind of follow the Flyers a lot, you kind of figured that this would most likely be the roster. Morgan Frost on there is definitely awesome to see. Frost as the 13th forward. And again, I feel like most of the defense is pretty explanatory, again, and obviously the goaltenders as well. So just kind of looking at some of the lines they had today at practice the day before the game, which is tomorrow night at 5:30. Flyers are home playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, and again, it's a 5:30 start time on NBCSN. So first line was Lindblom, Couturier, and Konechny. Giroux, Hayes, and Farabee was your second line. Your third line was JVR, Patrick, and Voracek. Fourth line is Raffl, Lawton, and Aube-Kubel. The 13th forward was Frost. Your first power play unit was Provorov, Giroux, Hayes, Couturier, and Konechny. And your second power play unit was Farabee, JVR, Patrick, Voracek, and Gustafsson. Not at practice was Shane Gostisbehere. Your defensive pairings, you had Provorov and Braun, Sanheim and Myers, Hagg and Gustafsson, Friedman, and then you had Friedman playing with Prosser, who took reps today. So Friedman being that 7th defenseman, and then Hart and Elliott in that there. And then as for the leadership group, so Ivan Provorov was added to the Flyers leadership group this year. So to start off, you obviously captain Claude Giroux. The permanent alternate captain is going to be Sean Couturier. The permanent home alternate captain is Ivan Provorov. The rotating road alternate captain is Kevin Hayes, and then your other rotating road alternate captain is Jacob Voracek. So the Flyers got kind of, a mix of guys. 5 guys are in this leadership group. Shows how much depth and leadership the team has, how much, the players care and things like that, and a lot of voices they have in the locker room and on the ice. So overall, this is a really good roster. I'm very excited to see most of these lines. I kind of figured once the scrimmage hit, we'd kind of see some lines, and again, we saw these were the lines for pretty much most of that scrimmage, split between the orange and white. And honestly, I really do like these power play units. I think that first power play unit, I didn't think it would stick at first, and now that I kind of saw it in the scrimmage, I talked about it. It looked really good. So overall, I think they'll make it work. As for the second power play unit, not much different. I know they did have Frost in the scrimmage instead of Farabee, and I think you still had Gustafsson there at the point, and obviously JVR, Patrick, and Voracek too. So overall, I think this makes a lot of sense for this roster. I'm very excited for tomorrow. Now, kind of a preview for tomorrow's game. The Flyers, they have to come out hot. I mean, again, there isn't necessarily a there's less games, obviously. There's, less room for error. I've talked about that many times. And they really have to, start off with a jump here because, again, it's all in-division play, things like that. You're going to be seeing the same teams a lot. So starting off against your division rival in Pittsburgh, you want to make sure you get the first 2 points of the season there. And again, I think they have to come out hot. I thought the pace was very good for the scrimmage, for them to get back into kind of in the swing of things. So honestly, for the most part, I wouldn't be surprised if these lines are pretty much set for tomorrow's game. I honestly don't mind Provorov with Braun. I think if they are comfortable with it playing together, I think Provorov is now the true number one defenseman on this team. I think we kind of realize that, and I think he's kind of taking that role going into this season. I like Sanheim and Myers as a very good pairing. Hag and Gustafsson I like. Again, I didn't necessarily think Gustafsson was any really more than pretty much a 5 or a 6. So I think for the most part, I think it makes sense for Gustafsson being down there, and obviously with Friedman down there for another option also. So again, I think I like the D pairs. Obviously, it's probably not going to switch. Same thing with the offense, because again, it's not like AV is a guy that really has set lines. We saw that a lot last year where they have a bunch of switches in lines and things like that. So overall, I think you could see a lot of options. Again, obviously, they have so much depth throughout this whole lineup. I mean, they have so many guys that can play center. Obviously, Couturier, Giroux, Hayes, Patrick, Lawton, Raffles played center at times. I mean, they really have a lot of guys that, just this team just screams depth for me, and I'm very excited for this game tomorrow, to be honest with you, because, again, we've been dying for some actual Flyers hockey opening up the NHL season. So, overall, let me know what you guys think below on some of these line combinations. I talked about it before with the offense, too. I think most of the lines, I thought, for the scrimmage, I thought, it's a lot of it. You see a lot of chemistry, and it shows, especially with the Giroux and Hayes and Farabee line. That line showed a lot. I thought Patrick played very good with Voracek, JVR, and obviously Couturier, Lindblom, and Konechny were fantastic to start last season and at times before, Oscar's cancer diagnosis and things along those lines. So, again, I think a lot of these lines are going to really help each other. So for the most part, let me know what you guys think below on some of these lines, anything you would change, anything you're skeptical about, you're excited for tomorrow's game. I know you definitely are. But again, I really do appreciate all the support you guys have given me over these last few weeks and everything. Just did a podcast today with Sports Talk with Broads, aka Hunter Brody. And again, it was a great show. Previewed this game, talked about some lines, things like that. You can check that out. It's going to be on YouTube soon, I believe. And it's obviously going to be on Spotify and Apple and things like that. So again, let me know what you guys think below. Again, seriously, cannot thank all of you enough, and I cannot wait for tomorrow's game. And again, if you're new to the channel, things like that, I know I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately. I really do appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, I do a bunch of game recap videos, which you may have seen already. So again, I'll have a video coming out after tomorrow night's game. Stay tuned for that one, guys, and I will talk to you all again soon.